Welcome along everyone to another on-road podcast video, and today we are recapping the Montech M20 shell. Already done a video on it straight out the packet, and you can see that I've got a couple of the shells now in front of me all sprayed up. Which one's which? Well, that's a very good question, and let's start obviously with the new shell. This is the 21 shell. And straight out of the box, once it's now sprayed up, there are a couple of distinct differences of this shell. We can definitely see that there is a stronger lip on the front corner of this shell. Yeah, we bring in the 21 shell compared to the 20 shell. So this one here is the 20 shell. This one on the right here is the 21 shell. The front lip is quite distinctly different. As I mentioned in the original, this front split, if you like, tongue is a little bit more narrow than the 20 shell. They've definitely rounded off the arches on the front here. There's some softer rolls on the front of the body, and these arches, tops of the arches, have definitely been less, or have been made less harsh. And you see on the 20 shell here, this arch here is really quite sharp in its appearance compared to the 21 shell. It's a lot more rounded off. Then we work down into this part profile of the shell, again much more softly done than the 20 shell. You see there's quite a distinct, again, drop in the 20 shell compared to the 21 shell. So the front area seems like that's the biggest change. Moving a bit further back, we can now see the middle of the shell here, where it's got this circular look to it, compared to the straight lines of the 20 shell. I have to say, not a fan of that. It looks like a 5-year-old's done it. It's not symmetrical. Obviously these shells are probably made out of some sort of, I don't know, plaster cast or something like that, and they chisel away at them to get them as symmetrical as possible. I'm pretty sure it's not coming out of a machine, because that is definitely not symmetrical. I think that's a bit of a negative for me anyway. That's just my own personal opinion. Probably people are going to hate me for saying that, but there we go. Never been fond of upsetting people. As we move further back and we look at these little lips here, this little lip is definitely deeper on the 20 shell than it is on the 21 shell. Again, that's been just softened off. Now the trouble is, because these are done by hand, I don't know, well, I would assume they're done by hand, and very, very happy to be corrected on that. So do feel free to comment in the box below if you know that these are made on computer and laser cut or whatever it might be. But the rear here is slightly different. Wing height, no difference there by the looks of things. And the slight strange anomaly here for me is, as you can see, with the cutting of the shell, this is your trim line here, and then there's the line out of the packet, shall we say. And for the E4, when the way you're mounting it, which essentially, you know, Schumacher distro for the Montech body shell, I believe. And the car, or the shell, is built for that car. It's slightly surprising that they haven't rectified that. There is quite a distinct gap between that line, cut line, and where you actually need to cut it for it to sit on the car. Again, just looking at that front splitter there, you get a really good look of the differences here in the, this is really quite distinctly different on the 21 compared to that of the 20 shell. One big negative, and I think this is something that is going to hurt a lot of people, but hopefully if you watch one of my videos on mounting body shells, on the 20 shell, we had this lovely line that allowed you to center the shell. Well, that's now gone on the 21 shell. I think that's a big black mark for me. I think a lot of people with 12 scale shells battle with mounting them. I think they're a finicky thing unless you've done a lot of them. So I think that's a bit of a negative side. The stickers are great. I had those on there when I took the pictures, but I took them off. I like to have my shells as plain as possible. Got the contact logos on there. I run the contact tires. Great tire for me. On the rear, no real change on the rear of the car. The wing looks very similar. I can't see any differences there, and all of the lines seem to pretty much match up. But again, you can definitely see that the canopy on the new 21 shell is definitely a bit lower than it is on the 21. Again, might be my cutting, but the appearance is that it sits a little bit lower. So that's a bit of a roundup of the shell. I think either way, it's a fantastic looking shell. I really look forward to running it as soon as we get out of this pesky lockdown. Good news coming the way of us in the UK, and hopefully that continues to be the case throughout the year, and we can get back racing. Always welcome any comments. Always welcome any thoughts about the shell or the topics that I've covered. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel while you're here, like and share with your friends, and there'll be more videos coming your way very soon. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all trackside soon.